G'day, Goldson here, and today's video I'm going to show you my solo skinning guide. We have the Crowd Plummeler, very cool mount. I'm definitely going to get this mount, but we're here for skinning, not mounts. Bit of a distraction, but so you want to level up skinning and you have no idea what's going on. Alright, so I'll try and guide you through everything I know, and hopefully by the end of the video you're going to know exactly everything about skinning in the War Within. So, well, first things first, we want to go and learn skinning. So if you're in Dornogal and you don't know where anything is really, so you just find a guard. So if we're just cruising around, look, here's a guard right here. So you go and talk to a guard, and it brings up this little box here, and you can filter through, click on the profession trainer. So I want to find that, and then you click the list, and then you go down to where you want to find skinning. Alright, and then once you click that, nothing happens, but in fact it actually puts a mark on your mini map, so on your map. So it's telling us that it's literally right here, and it shows up on the mini map as well. You can barely see it, but it puts a little arrow, so that's how you know where to go. And we'll head over there, head over to the skinning trainer. So here we are. So skinning trainer, here you go. So you want to talk to the right one or the left one, and you want to learn skinning. It'll cost you 100 G's, no, 100 gold. But that's it. You've now learned skinning. So if you press K on your keyboard, it will bring up your profession guides. So you have skinning here, and then you got skinning journal. So what I do, I just grab the skinning journal and bring it down to my bars. That way, every time I need to touch it, I can just hit that button instead of clicking K, then going skinning. I keep all my shortcuts on this bar. Anyway, so you've got Khazar skinning 1 out of 100, so you're basically a noob. And I recommend going to the skinning supplies trainer just behind here. And in here, you can buy a skinning knife, which will give you 4 skill. So at the moment we've got 1. If we buy the skinning knife for one silver, a bargain, if you ask me. And then we can add the skinning knife to your profession tool. There you go, so equip, yep. Okay, so now we effectively have 5 skill. 1 plus 4 equals 5. And you can see it here in this little breakdown. It says skill 5. And so, well, first things first, I'll show you more about the actual items, and then we'll come back. Sweet. So we're on the PTR now, and I've just gone to the vendor and bought some of these materials for skinning. And in total there's 9, and we'll just want to go through quickly in terms of rarity and obtainability. Starting from the top, you got your new leathers, storm charged leather, and you have 3 ranks of those. These are required by basically skinning mobs that have leathery skin. Pretty basic. And then you got your second uncommon items, which is your gloom chitin. That also has 3 ranks, and these 2 items you're going to be starting off first, depending on which area or where you're farming. But the gloom chitin is mobs with a harder skin, like a scaly skin or something like that. So and then the next rarity is your common crafting reagents, which these are obtained by skinning different types of born creatures. So we've got 4 of them, 4 different types here. We've got Kaheti Swarm Chitin, Bottled Storm, Honed Bone Shards, and the Burning Cinderbee Satay. These are all skinned from elusive creatures, and to get these elusive creatures, you got to put down the elusive creature baits in the area. This item's on a cooldown, so you got to be in the right location. Say if you're farming Kaheti Swarm Chitin, it's saying that you got to be in the Nerubian area, and Bottled Storm you want to be near the storm creatures, and Honed Bone Shards pretty much around horns and tusks, creatures with horns and tusks, and the Cinder Bees. It says here on the tooltip, gathered from Cinder Bees. So, but to get these, you can. At the moment, I've only tested on the PTR that you can get it by doing the elusive creature bait to spawn the mob, or finding the mobs in the zone. I can see these being more common once we go into the War Within. But the main ones, the main money makers, are going to be your rank 3 storm charged leathers, gloom chitin, your rank 3s of basically any of these. There's 4 rank 3 materials. So you got you got the I'd say the worse leather, and then you got the good leather, and you know, like you got the good chitin, and then you got the better chitin, or in this case carapace, sunless carapace, and the thunderous hide. Both have 3 ranks each, and like these ones are obtained by skinners, and these are more rarer because you can only well, so far from testing, you can only get one of these every hour. So for example, if we want the sunless carapace, right, we have to go to these are pretty much in line with the gloom chitin. So if you're farming gloom chitin, if you use your skinning knife on the mobs that you're farming, you'll get sunless carapace from those mobs, and vice versa for the storm charged leather. If you want the thunderous hide, you got to use your sharpen your skinning knife on the mobs that give you the storm charged leather. That will give you the thunderous hide, but it's on a 1 hour cooldown, right? So like it's very important to get the 3 charges of that with tanning, but we'll go more about that later. Anyway, so they're your main ones. So you got your shit ones and you got your good ones, and then you got these ones in between. But the one that I like the most is this epic one, the Superb Beast Fang. Now this one's going to be worth the most gold, like just because of the rarity of it. Like, and this one, I've tested this, and I'll include a video of me farming it later, but this Superb Beast Fang is your rare 1 time a day chance item. So like at the moment it's not used in any recipes, so I suspect it's going to be used in patch 11.1, the second season patch. I suspect that they're going to have recipes that include this Beast Fang, but right now in season 1 you can start to get it. But I wouldn't recommend going for this first if you're just going to be leatherworking, or sorry, you're going to be skinning and more predominantly leatherworking. You just want to focus on the first week is just getting as much as this as you can, like these uncommon items. Then using your skinning knife to get the rare hides and the carapaces. And along the way, while you're doing that, you want to be putting down the elusive creature bait. And like depending on you can chuck one out, and then when you skin animals or whatever, it reduces the cooldown, so you can spawn it. I don't reckon these are going to be worth much money, to be honest. They're going to be like Dragonflight. They're going to be there, but they're just not going to be worth much. They're not really used in much but recipes. But so for like week 1 or the first weeks, just focus on the top section here. If you can see, just focus on these common items and rare, and that's gonna be your money makers on the start, because these items are going to be well sought after for sure. The Superb Beast Fang, going back to this, I'm gonna have 20 skinners on my old army journey. I'm gonna have these pumping out Superb Beast Fangs, and I'll go through the build like soon in this video. But it's just a quick one. Probably took a bit longer, but it's good to understand the types of leathers, the hides, and how to get them, and you know, just to get rid of the confusion. But like, let's go back to the main video. Awesome. Okay, so now that we've gone through that, it took a little bit of time, but now you should understand the different types of materials and da. But okay, so going back to here onto the skinning journal, we've got Gloom Chitin. And we're looking at this Gloom Chitin and just saying we've got 5 skill, right? And the primary reagent difficulty is 90, all right? So we got to skill up to 90 first. And well, the reason why is because if you don't, then you cannot obtain rank 2. And the end goal of skinning is to get as many rank 3s as you can. But predominantly it's going to start off at rank 1, then 2, and then 3 is going to come later. Okay, so we've got 5 skill, and it's the same with Storm Charged Leather. But then when we go down to the rarer items like Sunless Carapace and Thunderous Hide, you notice that the difficulty is 130. So you need a minimum 130 to get rank 2s. But it's definitely harder to get that skill. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and skin. Funnily enough, I'm going to actually show you a spot that I've found, and I think it's going to be a good spot, right? Because it's at the start of the expansion. So the first area where you come in, you get landed on this beach here, and this beach, around this beach and this cove, are a bunch of crabs, right? And the crabs are hard skinned, so they're going to net us Gloom Chitin. Alright, so here they are. They're neutral mobs, so we'll just quickly show you. I'll just tag a few of these. So we'll get 5 will do. And then basically this is where I'm going to start here. I'm going to start here. I'm just going to level up to 25, and we're going to level up to 25 because when you hit 25 in your skill, you can choose a talent. And there's skinning's got 3 sub-spec talents, right? And you can see it here. Well, it's not available actually, but I'll come back once I hit 25. Alrighty. Whoa. We're about to hit 25, and we just started skinning this item. This one we'll cover later because that's relevant to the skinning profession. Alright, so we've hit 25, so we want to open up the skinning journal, and it's going a little tab down the bottom here, specializations, and then now it's telling you to choose one of 3. I highly recommend going into tanning. Tanning first, so you can view the tree. So tanning here, this is the one that gives you the skinning knives, right? Allows you to skin the rarer pieces. So like if we unlock specialization first, so as soon as you hit 25, unlock this specialization, will give you the ability for sharpening your knife. So it's just automatically going on our bars, right? So that's the first unlock, and we unlock that because this sharpen your knife has a 1 hour cooldown. So we'll just test it here. I'll show you. So kill this crab because no one wants any crabs. So you loot it, and then before you skin it, normally you'd right click skin it. You just click on that button, sharpen your knife, and it'll sharpen. And then once we skin this, we should get the carapace, sunless carapace, rank 1. There it is. So there it is, Sunless Carapace, rank 1. So we're farming Gloom Chitin and Sunless Carapace in this area, okay? And you're getting meat on the side, and we'll talk about the meat on the side later. But okay, from this point, I'll level up to 50. So I'll go and skin these mobs. So just so you know, I'm basically following this coast around here, and then once I get to the end, I'll go back to the start. So I'm just going to go around and skin a bunch of these and come back when I'm 50. So just hang on. Alrighty, now just on that last point, the main reason why we want tanning, just to clarify, is the rarest items are going to be these carapaces and the thunderous hides, and they're literally locked by 1 hour cooldown. So there's just going to be more or less, not many of them, but. So we're going to skin, we're going to hit 50, right? So we just hit 50. We're going to open up our skinning journal again. We've got another one to unlock. So the next one to unlock, I recommend luring, because harvesting really that's just like to build up your skills and that. But luring, we unlock luring. So we unlock this one, and as soon as you unlock it, it doesn't cost you any knowledge points at all. We'll talk about that in a sec. But we can now do the elusive creature lure. So if we go back to the journal, and then now we have a new recipe, bait recipe. So we click on this one, elusive creature lure. I've got enough to make 203 of these because it's linked to my Warband account. So I've got meat in my account basically. So I'll craft like say 5 of these, and we'll talk about these in a sec. So we've got 1 here. So I normally bring this down next to the sharpen knife ability, so I keep track of it. So I'll craft 5, and I'll demonstrate what it is. So like, because we're in this area is like this storm, area. So if we put a bait down, so we go bait down, it's going to spawn an elusive creature. So you can just sit here, but somewhere around here, a creature will come out, a neutral mob, and it'll try and go for the bait. So we're like basically trapping. You can tell, here in the chat, you hear a rustling nearby. So here it is. Elusive shale horn is coming out. All right, so this one's got a horn on it. So that's going to give us the horn reagent, which I can't remember the name of it. So this one's going to die pretty quick. Boom. Alright, so he's dead. So I highly recommend don't use your sharpen a knife ability on these spawn mobs, because it doesn't double dip. That's probably important. I've tested that. I wouldn't bother. So you skin this one, and look, there you go. So it gave storm charged leather. It gave us a thunderous hide, which is your rare leather, and it gave us honed bone shards. So that's actually a proc then. So we didn't use the knife then, and we got Thunderous Hide, so that's definitely a proc. Okay, so that's good. So Hone Bone Shards, alright, so that's all you need to know about that. Next, I recommend leveling up to 100, and while you're doing that, I'm going to recommend you go and watch my skinning treasure guide. So I'm going to go and collect all the profession treasures now, and you go watch my guide on my channel, and then you can collect all them, and then return back, and we'll return back here, and we'll continue on with the lesson. Mint. Alright, so we're back in Dornogal. I went around and collected all the treasures, and then I leveled my skinning up to 100. So as you know, once you get Mac, you got more skill. So if you look at the gathering details now for Gloom Chitin, it says 104 skill and I only need 90. So that means I can get rank 2s now, and same with the Stormcharge Leather. So my skill's higher than the primary reagent difficulty, but that like obviously to get rank 3s consistently you have to level up you have to have as much knowledge as skill as possible, right? So before we talk more about that, I just want to unlock the last sub-spec, harvesting. So just learn on that. So you can literally get to 100 and not put any points in anything, and you get the tanning, sharpened knife ability and the luring ability. Okay, so how do you increase your skill? Your profession skill. So at the start of the video we showed you that you can get a skinning knife. So you got profession accessories, so you can have 2 profession accessories and a profession tool. So these are used to give you stats and skill. Yeah, so we can talk about, you should talk about the stats real quickly before we go into the tools and accessories. So if you can sort of see here on the screen, there's 3, I don't know what you're going to call them, secondary stats, or yeah, and this one's finesse. So finesse, the more finesse you have, the more you gather. So like instead of gathering 1 all the time, as you increase your finesse, you might gather 2 most of the time, or 3 most of the time. So if you're on week 1 and you want more items, get finesse, because finesse, I would prioritize finesse above all else. And second one to prioritize, the stat wise, is perception. Now perception increases your ability to spot rare reagents while gathering. So as like before, when I was skinning with the elusive creature on the beach, and I skinned it, and then I got a Thunderous Hide, and I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the horned reagent, but because of perception, I got 0% perception, but I ended up getting an item, you know. So perception is definitely like the second one to level up, in my opinion, if you're going to focus on gathering first and then perception. But in the War Within, I'm going to go perception first into finesse. So yeah, depending where you want to go. And then last but not least, you got deafness. Deafness just increases your gathering speed. So in my opinion, it's a dead talent, like dead stat. Like you don't really need, like if anything, you're going to level up deafness last, or you're going to prioritize deafness last. So yeah, so that's your stats. So just quickly, if you want more items, finesse. If you want to find rare items, perception. Okay, so if you know, once you, because see here, I've collected all the treasures, so I'm going to go ahead and open these up now. There's 8 of them, and you notice that when you open them, you get these artisan acuity. So for every knowledge point, you get 5 artisan acuity. So if we open all 8, we should get 120, right? All right, so we got 120 artisan security, and then what you basically use these for is to increase your knowledge by buying books and stuff like that. Actually, inside here, inside the Artisan Consortium, there's a quartermaster here, and you can see here on the vendor itself, if you have 200 artisan security, 200, 300 or 400, you can buy these knowledge books. So each book gives you 15 knowledge, so 15, 30, 45. That 45 knowledge straight away is pretty good, and there's a little hack way to get all that artisan security, and I'm probably going to do it. It's super degen, but at the start of the expansion, I'm going to go through and collect all of the profession knowledge from all the different professions, learn them just to get the artisan security, and then I'll have enough to buy all of these books straight off on day one. Day one, I'll be able to buy all 3 books, which is pretty insane. The only requirement is skinning at level 25. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, right. So okay, yeah, back to the profession tools and accessories. So if you go to this crafting orders NPC, in the War Within you've got three, I'd say, common tools, and then you got three rare. Obviously the rare tools are going to be more powerful, but let's say we want a new skinning knife, right? So you click on it and it tells you to provide these reagents, and this is going to give you 8 Kazalgar skinning skills, so that's better than the current 4 that I have now, so 4 is good. And then if it also shows you a random stat of 173, so that's going to be either the perception, deafness, or finesse that we talked about. And like if you don't choose it, you get a random one. But at the bottom here, if you provide optional reagents, so if you go on the auction house and you purchase these missives, which basically you tell the crafter you want deafness, finesse, or perception. So go onto the auction house and or you know, whatever, get the item however you can, and then let's say finesse, say you buy the finesse and then you add it, and then you can like create a public order or personal order. And I've just realized they've taken off the artisan's medal for this in the new patch, so these tools are going to be on the auction house, so straight off the bat, so that's pretty good actually. So day 1 or week 1, buy your green items off the auction house. There you go. Okay, but we'll skip that. But the rare ones definitely use artisan security, right? So to get all 3 rare ones, that's 300. Geez, it costs 900 artisan security to get all 3. And the good thing about my method is you can get this all in week 1 if you really wanted to. You could. It'd be a lot of work, but you could get them. You can get all of these on week 1. Might cost a bit, but in total, if you have all these tools, that's going to give you 40 knowledge points, and the 40 knowledge points is going to add to your total skinning skill. So if you come here again on the skinning details under the sunless carapace and thunderous hides, these ones are 130. So if I just get the tools alone, so I'll go say 40 skill plus 104, I'm going to have 144 skill. So the chances of this sunless carapace and thunderous hide are going to drop more often. So definitely skill is everything. And since that's pretty much covering the profession tools and accessories, so you definitely want to get access to them. There's no rush really. The fact that the fact that the profession knowledge gives artisan security to get you the profession tools is a good gameplay thing, so it just means it's more harder to obtain. But anyway, I want to talk about how to obtain more knowledge, so we'll cover that next. Rightio. So yeah, profession knowledge. So okay, let's say week 1 you collect all the profession treasures, you go full degen and collect everything and unlock all the knowledge, right? So you get the knowledge book. There's actually more knowledge in Azj-Kahet in the last zone. There's the Cage vendor, but that's basically just another currency you get that you can trade between accounts and then buy. It's just a book. But say you do all that, how do you obtain more profession knowledge, right? So okay, each week on reset, you can go to the skinning trainer here. So there's a skinning trainer, so you can talk to Ginad and you'll get a quest, and this quest tells you to obtain 20 storm charge leathers. So it says complete, yes, but I can't hand it in. Why? Because I don't have 20 in my inventory. So all I have to do is open my Warbound bank toy, I guess, and I'll open up my bank and I'll type in storm, and then we'll go and find, where did I have it? Oh yeah, storm. So these are all the storm stuff, so I need 20 of this, so shift click 20. Okay, all right, so we've got 20 in here, so we're going to hand this in. So this is the weekly quest. So continue. Yep. All right, so that's given us, if you look at the top of the bags, Skinner's Notes, you get an extra 3, so you get 3 a week just by completing this quest. There's another one, you get 1 knowledge point for the missives. So if you go back to the crafting order station and then you click on the vendor and then you type in like missive, I think it's missive, or is it what's it called? Hold on. Okay, so I had a bit of a mind blank there. They're actually called treatise, and they're created from the inscription profession. So we want the Draconic treatises are the ones from Dragonflight, but we want the Algari one. So if you go Algari, you can set favorite. So if you want favorites, so it's on your favorite page. So here, so every week you can click on that, get a crafting order, fill in your crafting orders, and you'll get an extra 1 knowledge point from that. And that's weekly. So you get one point from the treatise, 3 points from the skinning trainer. So that's total 4. And then if you can see here, you gather these toughened Tempest pelts. So each week you get 5 of these plus an epic one. And I'm going to go and farm now. Yeah, you stop there in the middle of the road. Anyway, sorry. I'm going to go farm, and I'm going to show you the epic one, and we'll talk about it more then. So give us a sec. Okay, righto. We'll chuck in down a new bait just because it's off cooldown, and we'll just pick up a few more of these crabs. Let's see. Oh, we got another shale horn. Look out. So, yep. Oh, yeah, get owned, man. Alright, so because the sharpened knife's on cooldown, we might as well use that. So first we'll skin the elusive shale horn. And there you have it. So that gave us the honed bone shards because it's got creature with horn or tusk. And then we'll use the sharpened knife ability to get another sunless carapace, guaranteed. So there. Oh, we actually got 2. So that's pretty good. Not bad for no knowledge points added just yet. But we're trying to get the last epic weekly knowledge point. So I'll continue farming, and then when it drops, I'll show you. And there it is, the Abyssal Fur. We'll finish skinning these. Oh, and we got a Razor Talon. Look at that. So we'll talk about each of these. So okay, so for the weekly, so you get, just double check, you get 5 from the toughened Tempest pelts, you get 2 from the Abyssal Fur, so that gives you get a total of 7, right? So 7 plus 1 is 8 plus 3. So you got each week you get guaranteed, you can get 11 knowledge points every week. All right, now this Razor Talon, this one here is one of those catch-up item type things. These things drop every now and then, like catch you up. They're not on the weekly table. These are on like a catch-up table. So you'll get these and another variant of that when you skin the other mobs. But all in all, you get 11 per week. So depending on how many weeks you want to skin for to level them all up, it's going to be a bit of a journey. But yeah, I'm going to skip to the conclusion now. I think covered everything. Oh wait, no, actually one more thing before the conclusion, and it's important, and it's the superb rare beast. So we'll cut to that one now. Okay, now I'm on my other skinner, which is the one I've been leveling up on the beta for the perception build, which is the build that I will be using. I'm not going to be focusing on the other builds. My priority is the superb beast fang, the rare skins, and if you have a look as we go down into the ringing deeps, I'll show you where we got to go. So just as we fly there, I just want to quickly note that if you're watching the video this far and you're still interested, I have a weekly video every Tuesday where I show my efforts in making gold, and I got a goal to get 100 million in the War Within. I think I'm going to get that pretty easily, but I just started a goal anyway. Feel free to follow me on that journey, and that, yeah, basically a little plug to the channel. So alright, so now we're in the Rumbling Wastes, which is the area that the elusive beast is found in. But I just want to quickly go through the talents first. So if we bring out the we got to go into luring. But in total, this build that I've got this build already. I'm pretty sure it's like 100 points. So you got 50 points in luring, and then 50 points in harvesting. So it's 100 points. So if luring, you want to get 10 points in there first, so you can like learn the sub specialization, which is train tracker. So you go 10 points in here, and then you can go into this one. So train tracker basically if you put 40 points into train tracker, the last node here says you have learned all there is to know about luring the elusive creatures of Khaz-Algar. You can now make the supreme beast lure for summoning a more powerful creature in a specific location. In addition, you can summon rare creatures hiding in specific places. Alright, so because we go back to the journal, and we got our bait recipe. So from the start of the video, we had elusive creature bait, which is the one you use on cooldown, I guess. Why not? But the second one here is the Supreme Beast Lure, which uses some cooking reagents. Pretty cheap. This one's going to be very easy to obtain. I've currently got 3 here to test. You can probably notice on this character I've got profession tools as well, the green ones. But anyway, you want to go to the Rumbling Wastes, and the reason how I figured that out is because if you hover over the tooltip, it says only usable in the Rumbling Wastes. So obviously I came to the Rumbling Wastes and I just put it down, Supreme Beast Lure, and it instantly spawns this Slate Fang, which I suspect is not supposed to be an instant spawn, but you know, because in Dragonflight you put it down and it's like rustling, and then it spawns, you know. But you wanna take this guy out, and because like I'll show you, because I've got so much perception, right? I've got 14% perception. So the more perception you have, the greater chance you have to find the Supreme Beast Fang, because it's not guaranteed, not by any stretch. If it was guaranteed, then that would totally defeat the purpose of perception. There's a small chance you'll get it. It all depends on your perception. So I'll quickly kill this guy. Okay. I had a bit of recording issues there just as I killed that guy, the Slate Fang. I just want to let you know that I did kill it and I skinned it, and I got 2 Sunless Carapace and I got the Superb Beast Fang. Alright, so I just want to show you again my my perception. So my perception's quite, well, it's not the best, but it's pretty high. But like eventually I'm going to have the full perception tools and all the points. If I go another 11 points in this tree, I'll get another 20%. Oh, sorry, 20 perception. So I'm gonna go the full build. I don't know how many points it's going to be, but that's what I'm personally doing. But so just so you know, and oh yeah, sorry, if you didn't know where that location was, it's in the Ringing Deeps, and it's like this area here, just north of Talok Mines, the Rumbling Waste. That's where you spawn the that mob. But we're in what do you call it? Hallowfall now. Oh shit, we've got some construction happening, but I'll quickly just show you that this area here, you can sort of see the outline, which is on the far west side of Merodar. This is where you get the leather, storm charged leather. This is the area where I found it's the easiest to gather. So you would like just tag all the mobs. All the mobs here are like leather based. So I'm not sure if you can hear the vacuum truck in the background, but I'll just quickly show you it before we close this one out. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, I'm getting the honed bone shards, I'm getting the storm charged leather, yeah. So these green items are going to be quite common, but you can skin anywhere. Like what I've noticed, that all the zones have mob, and but the first area where the crabs are for the Gloom Chitin was the best I've found, and then this area here again, this was the best area for the leather. So I'm going to go back to Dornogal now and close this off, and I've got one more tip there. It might be handy, I'm not sure. I'll just double check. Alright, I thought the tip I thought was there, but it's not there. I don't know, but it could be. But like apparently if you get to level 12 you get profession knowledge, but I couldn't find the one that gives you profession knowledge for skinning, so maybe that exists or it doesn't, I'm not sure. But eventually the whole point of this guide is to show you how skinning works in the War Within, and like how to like prepare yourself, and like how to get knowledge and that. Yeah, just as some few tips, just be careful. Like when you accumulate these points, got to make sure you know where you're going to go. Like for me, I know where I'm going. I'm going into full perception and the bait crafting, and I'm not focusing on tanning at all or harvesting, because I'm not going to be flying around all day doing that. So because I'm alt army mindset. So but if you do spend these knowledge points, it's one way. So you can't, if you make a mistake, you're buggered really. But yeah, so you're pumping out mining and herbing and skinning and gathering for the first month or so, definitely go into tanning and harvesting. Don't even bother with luring. You know, it's up to you really. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the guide. It's my first one. Took ages, and I want to give a shout out to the construction guys behind the fence. They helped in the creation of this film. Yeah, so I'm Goldson, by the way. Just if you don't already know, give us a follow. on X or whatever, and follow my journey towards 100 million. And so hopefully you'll be able to see that. Yeah, I talked enough, so I'll see you on the next one. Goldson out.